Now for the next few minutes of our class, very important topic we will concentrate on, sir. Very important topic. Please write down the heading, graphs. For the next few minutes we will see some beautiful questions which had come in the examination with respect to this beautiful topic, graphs. Now before starting this topic, now I have told these statements already in this particular topic of coordinate geometry itself many a times in my previous slides. Let me explain you one more time. Suppose for example I have an equation x plus y is equal to 5. Which are the values of x and y which will satisfy this equation? 3 and 2 will satisfy, 4 and 1 will satisfy. Suppose, what are the other values, sir? 2 plus 3 will satisfy. Will 0 and 0 satisfy this equation? No, 0 and 0 will not satisfy this equation. That means if I substitute x value as 0, if I substitute y value also as 0, I will not be getting my right hand side which is equal to 5. If I substitute x value as 3, if I substitute y value as 2, I will get this equation correct, or I will get the value of right hand side 5. Therefore 3 and 2 and 4 and 5 will satisfy, 4 and 1 will satisfy, 0 and 0 will not satisfy. That means I have told this statement many a times in my previous slides. If any line passes through a point, if any line passes through any point, right? If any line passes through a point, it means that the point will satisfy the line. That means the point will satisfy the line means the point will satisfy the line. It means that if I substitute x value and y value from the point in the equation of the line in place of x and y, the right hand side value should be giving you the value whatever you are substituting. That means suppose for example 3, 5 satisfies some line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 means it means that you can substitute x value as 3, you can substitute y value as 5, and then it will give you the value right hand side. That means in simple way of analyzing, you take any line. Suppose for example you take ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, or you take some other line, something like y is equal to mx plus c. Suppose for example I will put this point 0, 0, 0, as you are aware of, it is nothing but origin. If I put value of x as 0 or value of y as 0, this becomes y is nothing but 0, m into x is nothing but 0 plus c. So 0 is equal to 0 plus c. That means c is equal to 0. The c value is nothing but a constant term. C value is nothing but a constant term. That means the learning from this explanation is, if any line, you take any line of your choice, if any line passes through the origin is nothing but 0, 0, or in other words, if origin is a point which is present on that line, both are absolutely same. If a line is passing through origin, or the other way of saying it is, if a point origin 0, 0 lies on that particular line, both are absolutely same way of expressing, sir. Do not get confused. If any line passes through the origin, then definitely the constant term c will be equal to 0. I proved it also just now, and you can see that proof on the left side of this particular slide. If any line passes through origin, then definitely constant term c will be equal to 0. Now based on this particular key point, whatever we have discussed right now, if any line passes through origin, then the constant term c will be equal to 0. Based on this key point, let us solve couple of questions which had come in the examination. This question whatever I am writing right now, this is your original SSC prelims examination question. Let me write that question for you. Your question is, which of the following lines passes through origin. That means they are giving you some set of lines and they are asking you which among these lines is passing through the origin, right? Passes through origin is the question. First option is 3x plus 4y minus 11 is equal to 0. Second option is 4x minus 3y is equal to 0. Third option is 4x minus 3y is equal to 9. Fourth option is none of these, right? Fourth option is none of these. Now see here, sir. Can I say that which of the following line passes through origin? Origin is nothing but 0, 0. That means if any line has to pass through 0, 0, then if I substitute x value 0 in that equation, y value 0 in that equation, then the constant term should be 0. You should not have any constant term. That is the learning what we just 2 minutes before learnt it. Now see here, if I substitute x0, y0, I'll still be left with constant as minus 11 or constant as 11, whatever it is. So I have constant term. This cannot be the value. Substitute x value 0. Substitute y value 0. There is no constant term. The other value on the right hand side is 0. That means constant term is 0 in that case. This should be my correct answer. If you want to check the other equation, x value 0, y value 0. You have the constant term as 9 or minus 9 or whatever it is depending on the equation. So definitely this cannot be the equation of the line passing through origin. So none of these is also ruled out. Original SSC prelims question, and why I am stressing that it's a original SSC prelims question is coordinate geometry. The questions in your examinations are damn easy, sir. And I am saying this statement from so many times. I have told the same statement in my coordinate geometry class. Let us take another question. This is your SSC main examination question which had come in the year 2013. Same question I am writing, sir. I am not changing any questions. I am changing only the numerical value sometimes, but when it comes to the original examination questions, I am not even changing the numerical value. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, b is not equal to 0, c is equal to 0, passes through. Which point is your question? It is passing through which of these points is the question. First option is minus 1, minus 1. Second option is 0, 2. Third option is 0, 0. Fourth option is minus 1, 1. Now, this is the reverse of our understanding what we did, what we understood sometime before. I told you that whenever any line passes through 0, 0, then C value will be 0. Now in this particular question they are saying that C value is 0. So it will pass through which point? So it will pass through 0, 0. Simple, right? It is the reverse of our understanding what we had. But the approach or the concept still remains the same, sir. It makes no difference for you. I hope the idea is clear. We are mainly discussing on concentrating on this beautiful topic called as graphs. But before we move on to graphs, there is one small understanding. If any line passes through a point, then the point will definitely satisfy the equation of the line. And the other thing what we learnt is, if any line passes through a point, in particular that point is an origin, then the constant term C value will be equal to 0. Based on this important key point, we solved these two problems just now, and I believe that you are very clear with one SSC original examination prelims question, one another SSC original examination mains 2013 question. Before I move on to graphs, I believe these points are very clear for you people, sir. Now please see here. Now let us understand how to draw the graph of y is equal to x. Everyone listen carefully. Y is equal to x. Now the equation of the line is y is equal to x. I will compare with the standard equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is y is equal to 1x plus 0. Y is equal to x is nothing but it is 1x plus 0. That means I can easily say that the value of m, which is slope value is nothing but 1. Slope is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is 1. So theta will be equal to 45 degrees, right? Theta will be equal to 45 degrees. Theta is nothing but the angle made by the line with respect to positive x-axis. And another comparison says C value is 0. Just now we discussed this concept, sir. That is the reason I discussed that concept before I move on to graphs. C value is nothing but 0 means the meaning of this is the line y is equal to x, it will pass through origin, right? It will pass through origin. That is the meaning of C value 0. I just explained this concept a couple of minutes before. That means, can I say that if I draw a coordinate axis like this, in this coordinate axis, the line y is equal to x should definitely pass through origin, right? There is no other go for it. It should definitely pass through origin. And the other thing is that it should make an angle of 45 degrees with respect to x-axis. That means total angle is 90 degrees. If this angle is 45 degrees, this angle will also be 45 degrees. That means, can I say that y is equal to x is nothing but the angular bisector, right? It will bisect the angle of 90 degrees into two equal angles of 45 degrees each. Y is equal to x is a straight line which is also a angular bisector, right? I am just telling all these extra informations for your understanding, and maybe it might be required in your examination. We never know what kind of questions might come in the examination. So it is better to know all these concepts well in advance before we move on to our examination. Now, this is the concept of y is equal to x. This is how a y is equal to x line, straight line looks like. But if I want to solve yet again a original SSC examination question, SSC mains examination question which had come in the year 2013, using the concept of y is equal to x, how to solve it. Now listen to this carefully, sir. Let me write the question for you people. Your question is, find the area of a triangle. Find the area of a triangle formed by, find the area of a triangle formed by three lines. Find the area of triangle formed by three lines. First line is y is equal to x. Second line is x plus y is equal to 2. And the third line is x-axis. When I draw all these three lines, I will be able to form a triangle from these three lines. I want to find the area of the triangle. Let me first draw the diagram for your understanding. This is my coordinate axis. From this coordinate axis, can I say that y is equal to x is nothing but a straight line passing through origin with an angle of 45 degrees with respect to positive x-axis. This is my first line. X plus y is equal to 2. Intercept form. Right hand side I should make it as 1. So divide both sides by 2. So x by 2 plus y by 2 is equal to 1. That means x by 2 plus y by 2 is equal to 1 means there is from the origin. From origin, there is a distance of 2 traveled on positive x-axis. There is a distance of 2 traveled on positive y-axis. If I join these points, I will get a straight line. That straight line is nothing but what I was referring to right now as x plus y is equal to 2. Right? This is my second straight line. Next, the last straight line is x-axis. That means this x-axis is the other straight line what they are asking you. Now, if you observe carefully, there is a triangle which is formed here. I will name the triangle as OA and C. Right? I will name the triangle as OA and C. The straight line is not drawn to the scale, sir. Kindly bear with that. So triangle OAC area is what we need to find. Now, can I say that this is a straight line which is y is equal to x. Y is equal to x is an angular bisector. That means this is 45 degrees. This also will be 45 degrees. That means if I name this point as point B. Now, let us come to our geometry. We have learnt something in geometry. If you observe carefully, little carefully, this value is 2. This value is also 2. These are equal sides. The unequal side is nothing but AC. Right? The unequal side is nothing but AC. Now, if you in our, so it becomes, because two sides are same and two angles are same, it's an isosceles triangle. I am just telling you the concept what we have learnt in geometry. Now I also know a key point for an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the perpendicular drawn onto the unequal side, the perpendicular drawn onto the unequal side, right? The perpendicular drawn onto this unequal side, it will act as perpendicular bisector. It will act as angular bisector. That is the reason y is equal to x is an angular bisector. It will also act as a median, and this line OB, because it is a perpendicular drawn onto the unequal sides for an isosceles triangle, this OB will act as a median, right? This OB will act as a median, and the median will divide this bigger triangle OAC into two equal parts. I believe you are able to understand this concept of geometry what we have learnt. This median OB will divide the bigger triangle OAC into two equal parts. That means I am right now interested in finding the area of this triangle OAB. OAB is the triangle which is formed by line y is equal to x and x plus y is equal to 2 and x axis. This area is what I am interested. This triangle area OAB, let me use some little dark color, sir. Triangle area OAB is nothing but half of the bigger triangle area OAC, right? Because it is nothing but divided into two equal parts. I believe you are able to understand. Now let me find the area of triangle OAC. OAC is, it is half into base of triangle OAC. It is, base is nothing but 2. It is 2. Height is also nothing but 2. That also is 2. If I simplify, 2 will cancel. Half of 2. Answer for this question is 1 square unit. Now this is a method which I will call it as method 1, where method 1 I made use of geometry concept to solve this question. I made use of a concept of geometry to solve this particular question by using method 1. Sir, can I solve it in some other method? By using coordinate geometry, can I solve this particular question? Definitely yes. You solve that question by using geometry. Let us solve the same question by using coordinate geometry. Now the three lines are y is equal to x, x plus y is equal to 2, and the third line is x axis. I am now solving this question by using method 2. Please listen carefully, sir. When I join all these lines, I will be getting a triangle. I want to find the area of the triangle. So y is equal to x is this straight line. From origin it is making an angle of 45 degrees with respect to positive x-axis. X plus y is equal to 2 is this particular straight line. That means x value is 2. That means from here to here, x intercept value is 2. Similarly from here to here, y intercept value is also 2, right? That is what I came to know. Next, x-axis is nothing but this particular line. Now think a little logically, sir. Now let me shade the one which I require. This and this and this triangle area is what I require, which I will call it as OAB, and this point let me call it as C, like my method 1. Now see here, sir, think little logically. This point B, let me find the coordinates of that point B. How will you find the coordinates of that point B? I have told in my previous slides also how to find the coordinate of any point. This point is the point of intersection of two lines. One of the line which is a point of intersection is y is equal to x. The other line is x plus y is equal to 2. That means the point is lying on two lines. The first line it is lying on is x plus y is equal to 2, and the second line which is lying on is y is equal to x. If I want to find the point of intersection of any two lines, then you should solve those two lines equations. That means substitute x is equal to y in this case. So this becomes y plus y is equal to 2. It is 2y is equal to 2. So y value will be equal to 1. And x is absolutely equal to y. So x value will also be equal to 1. That means, can I say that the coordinates of point B is 1 comma 1. The meaning of that is, the meaning of coordinates of point B is 1 comma 1 means 1 is the value of this value is 1 and this value is also 1, right? I believe that you are able to understand. This particular value is also nothing but equal to 1, right? This particular value is also nothing but equal to 1. Now, can I say that this value of 1 what I wrote right now is nothing but y coordinate, and that y coordinate is nothing but the value of height. This is the height for this triangle OAB. What is the height for the triangle OAB? Triangle, let me write it like this for your better understanding. There is a triangle like this. That triangle is nothing but OAB, and this is the height. This is the height. That height value is nothing but y coordinate value. Y coordinate value we found it as 1. That means this entire value of OA is nothing but 2. Height is nothing but 1. The area of this entire bigger triangle is half into base into height. Base is 2. Height is 1. So 2 cancels, you are left with 1, and that is what we got in method 1 also. Method 1 is by the method of geometry. Method 2 is by the method of finding the coordinates of the point by using coordinate geometry. You use whichever the method you are comfortable, sir. You will definitely get the same answer as long as you take care of your calculations. I believe that the idea is very, very clear for you people before I move on to my next question. Please see this another question. From this question, I believe that you will be very clear with this kind of questions. Let me write that question. Your question is, find the area of a triangle. Again, I am interested in finding the area of triangle which is formed by 3 lines. The first line is y is equal to 2x. Second line is 3x plus 5y is equal to 65, and the third line is y-axis. In the previous question, the third line was x-axis. In this question, the third line is y-axis. Now see here, before we write the coordinate axis, 3x plus 5y is 65 means divide by 65 on both sides. This becomes x divided by 65 by 3 plus y divided by 13. Y divided by 13. 65 by 65 is 1. Now see here, if I draw the coordinate axis, for your better understanding, this will be like this. Everyone listen carefully, sir. First line is y is equal to 2x. Y is equal to x is a line which is passing through origin. Y is equal to 2x means again it is mx plus c. C value is 0 here also. So this is also a line which is passing through origin, but with a slope of 2 in this case. I will explain about y is equal to 2x line in a little while from now onwards, but that straight line will be a line passing through origin, and it will be something like this, sir, right? It will be something like this. This is nothing but y is equal to 2x. This is my origin, right? This is my origin. This line is y is equal to 2x. Now second line is x by 65 by 3. That means x intercept is somewhere called as 65 by 3, which is anyway which we don't need in this question. Y intercept is 13. That means this value is 13. From origin till this point, this entire value is nothing but 13. Y intercept is 13. If I join these 2 points, I will get a line. This line is nothing but 3x plus 5y is equal to 65. Now, if you observe carefully, very, very carefully, the third line is nothing but y-axis. Now, if the third line was x-axis, then this would have been the triangle. But that is not the triangle right now, because the third line is not that x-axis. The third line is my y-axis. That means the triangle what they are talking about is this particular triangle, right? This particular triangle. Now, if I name this point as A, if I name this point as B, now think little logic. logically, can I say that the coordinates of B, how to find the coordinates of B? B is a point which is there on this line, y is equal to 2x, and also on the line 3x plus 5y is equal to 65. If I solve 3x plus 5y is equal to 65 is the first equation, y is equal to 2x is the second equation. In place of y, substitute 2x. 3x plus 5 into 2x is 10x is 65. 13x is 65. X value is 5. Y value will be 10. That means the coordinates of B will be 5 comma 10. Now what is the meaning of this 5 comma 10? The meaning of 5 comma 10 is from origin you will travel a distance of 5 kilometers and you will meet this point, so that means from origin means, so this distance is 5 units. Excuse me, this distance is 5 units means, can I say that this distance is also 5 units? That means the height of the triangle is known right now to us as 5 units. From this point origin, you will travel a distance of 10 kilometers. Anyway, this value is not required for us because I am not finding the height of this particular triangle. I am finding the height of this triangle AOB. If the question was asked here as x-axis, then this 10 would have been important for me. That will be the height of this bigger triangle. But here the 5 is important for me because that 5 is the height of triangle AOB. Now I know the height as 5. I know the height as 5. I know the base as 13. Area of triangle is half into base 13 into height 5. 13 into 5 is 65. What is half of 65? Answer for this question is 32.5 square units. Very easily you can solve this kind of questions by using the concept of coordinate geometry, sir. And I am not joking. These questions are very easy. Just by finding the coordinates of one point, you can find the area of triangle as half into base into height. Height is nothing but x coordinate in this particular question. In my previous question, height is nothing but y coordinate for this particular question what you are seeing on the screen. I believe this kind of questions are very clear for you people. We will solve another question which is again a beautiful question. Do not worry about it, sir. My role is to teach you multiple questions and make you clear conceptually. I hope till this point it is clear for you people. Now see here another beautiful question. Let me write the question. If three lines 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Let me simplify it here itself. This is nothing but x by 4 plus y by 3 is equal to 1. I am sure you are able to understand how it is like that. Second line is 5x plus 8y is equal to 40. When simplified, x by 8 plus y by 5 is equal to 1. And the third line is x-axis. If these are the three lines which is forming a triangle, if three lines form a triangle, then find the area of the triangle. Question is exactly the same question previous like that, but the line equations are different. Now everyone listen carefully, sir. I want to find the area of the triangle. Let me write the coordinate axis for you people for better understanding. First line is x by 4 plus y by 3 is equal to 1. That means x by 4, x intercept from origin is 4, y intercept from origin is 3 is equal to 1. This is the first line equation. Second line equation is x by 8 plus y by 5 is equal to 1. That means x by 8 plus y by 5 is equal to 1. Now the second equation is, can I say that, okay, let me extend this line. I will explain you in after some time, sir, nothing to worry. If I extend this line, second equation is x by 8 plus y by 5 is equal to 1. That means This is the second equation. That means from here to here, from here to here, from here to here it is 3 units. From origin to this point it is totally how many units? It is totally 5 units, right? It is totally 5 units. So that is what I am trying to say. So not from here to here, sir. Okay, let me explain you this question one more time. Okay, forget about this, sir. Forget about this explanation. People who are cutting this video can also cut this part. I will rewrite this question and I will explain it in one more time. Do not worry about this part. Now let us solve yet another beautiful question. See here, sir. Your question is, if 3 lines, 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. This is the first line equation. If I simplify, it becomes x by 4 plus y by 3 is equal to 1. I am sure that you know how to simplify. Second equation is 5x plus 8y is equal to 40. If I simplify, it is x by 8 plus y by 5. It is equal to 1. And the third equation is x-axis. Third equation is x-axis. If these 3 lines form a triangle, your question is find the area of the triangle, right? Find the area of the triangle. It is exactly similar to the previous questions, but the line equations are different. Now see here, sir. If I write a coordinate axis, everyone listen to this carefully. First equation is x by 4 plus y by 3 is equal to 1. That means there is a line. So from origin O, you are traveling a distance of x 4 kilometers toward the positive x-axis, y-intercept is 3. This is the first line equation. Similarly, 5x plus 8y is equal to 40 is the second equation. X by 8, x-intercept is 8, y by 5, y-intercept is 5 is equal to 1. That means x by 8, it is 8 units here. Y by 5, 5 may be somewhere here, right? It is y by 5. So if I join these two equations or join these 2 points, then I will get the line, second line. This, if I continue dragging like this, probably these 2 lines will meet at some point. We will see where it will meet after some time, right? Where it will meet, we will see after some time. Now this is nothing but from here, from origin to this particular point, it is 5 units. Similarly, from origin to this particular point, it is 8 units. Now can I say that from origin till this point it is 8 units. From here to this point it is 4 units. That means from here to here it should be the remaining 4. 8 minus 4 is 4 units. Similarly, I can also say from this point till the origin it is 5. From here to here it is 3. So this distance will be 2 units, right? This distance will be 2 units. Now think little logically. The question says find the area of the triangle formed by joining 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Let me draw all these lines in green color. 3x plus 4y is equal to 12 is this particular line, right, which I am writing in green color right now, right? 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Second line is 5x plus 8y is equal to 40. This is the second line. And the third line is x-axis. This is the x-axis. So you are actually finding the area of this shaded portion. You are actually finding the area of this shaded portion. Can I say that the area of that shaded area triangle, this area, if I want to find, area is half into base of this triangle is nothing but 4 into height of the triangle I am not aware of, but can I say that from the x-axis this will be the height. this will be the height for this triangle. How to find that height? It is very simple once again. If I name this point as point A, for example, if I name this point as point A, and this point A, y coordinate will represent the height, right? Y coordinate is nothing but height value. How to find the x and y coordinates of this point? This point is nothing but the point of intersection of two lines. 3x plus 4y is equal to 12, and the another line is 5x plus 8y is equal to 40. I am sure that you know how to solve these two simultaneous equations. When you solve those two simultaneous equations, you will get some value for x and you will get y value 15. I am not even interested how much is the value of x. I only require y value. So y value is 15. Height value is known right now. Half into 4 into 15. What is 60 by 2? Answer for this question is 30 square units. Coordinate geometry is one of the easiest methodologies to find the area of a triangle joined by 2 or 3. Anyway, triangle requires 3 lines joined by 3 lines. If it is more than 3 lines, you also know how to find the area of quadrilaterals, which I also taught you sometime before. I am damn sure that this question, along with this previous question, along with that previous question where I solved by using method 1 and method 2, every of these problems are very clear for my students, and I am teaching you how to find or how to write the graph of all these equations, so that you will not fumble in your examination when you get such kind of graphs. I am sure that till this point of a time it is very clear for you people before I continue further. Next, continuing further, listen carefully, sir. Now everyone please listen carefully. We already know how to write the graph of y is equal to x. I already taught you this, right? Let me write it one more time for you. Y is equal to x, I already taught you people. It is a straight line passing through origin, making an angle of 45 degrees with respect to positive x-axis. Now, suppose for example, I want to know how to write or how to represent the graph of y is equal to minus x. Everyone listen carefully, sir. Y is equal to minus x. Same logic. This is a coordinate axis. Y is equal to minus 1x is what I want to find. Plus 0. If I compare y is equal to mx plus c, c value is 0 means it is also a straight line which is passing through origin. M value is minus 1. M is equal to minus 1 means M is nothing but slope. Tan theta is equal to minus 1. Theta will be 135 degrees. That means this is 45 degrees. This is 90 degrees. 135 degrees will be like this. That means y is equal to minus x is also a straight line passing through origin, making an angle of 135 degrees with respect to positive x-axis. These are all very easy to understand, sir. Please do not make it complicated. Now, first equation is y is equal to plus x. Second equation is y is equal to minus x. Let me combine these two equations. That means I am more interested in finding the graph of y is equal to mod x. Y is equal to mod x is something which I want to teach you. Now, what is the meaning of y is equal to mod x? Modulus function we have discussed in detail. In detail we have taken a class on modulus function and we have solved so many tricky questions in the most easiest way possible. Y is equal to mod x. The definition is it is mod x is nothing but y value will be plus x if x is greater than 0. Y value will be minus x if x is less than or equal to 0. This is the definition of mod x. That means, now forget about mod x, sir. From a coordinate axis, suppose for example, I will ask you please draw the graph of y is equal to x. Forget about mod x, don't get confused. Forget about mod x. I will ask you, please draw the graph of y is equal to x. How will you draw? It is a straight line passing through origin, making an angle of 45 degrees with respect to positive x-axis. Now see here, this is positive x-axis. This is positive y-axis. This is negative x. This is negative y. Now listen carefully, sir. This line, it is in the first quadrant. Here x is positive. Here x is positive. If x is positive, y also is positive in this particular location or in this particular area. If x is positive, y is also positive. Yes, this is agreed. But if I take this below line, which I am drawing here right now, think little logically, it is in third quadrant. If x is negative, y is also negative in that case. In this particular region, x and y both are negative in third quadrant. But whenever you put any value for x inside the modulus function, I am sure that you know this definition of modulus function. Modulus function will always return a positive value. It will always return a positive value. That means you put x value positive inside the modulus, y will be positive. Or you put x value negative inside the modulus function, still y value will be positive itself. Mod of -2 is also 2 itself. So y is equal to 2 is what you will get. But in this region, when x is negative, y value you got it as negative. But y should not be negative if it is a modulus function. Y should definitely be positive itself. That means this particular line you should come in such a way that x should be negative, but y should become positive. That is a region of second quadrant. So graph will look like this. This is the graph of y is equal to mod x. I believe that you are very clear how to draw the graph of y is equal to mod x. I am sure that you are very clear how to draw the graph of y is equal to mod x. Sir, even if you are not clear whatever I have explained you right now, suppose let us explain with the definition. Y is equal to mod x means y value is plus x if x is greater than 0, y value is minus x if x is less than or equal to 0. That means if x is positive, for example, let x value be somewhere as 2, 3, 4, etc. Right? 2, 3, 4, etc. So y value will be mod x. So this will be mod 2. Mod 2 is nothing but 2. 2 is nothing but x value. That means if x is positive value, y will be equal to x. Y will be equal to x means this will be the straight line. Similarly, if I write the other case, if x is negative, that means let me take x value -2, then y is equal to mod x means in place of x write -2. What is mod of negative value? Mod of negative is again positive. Mod of -2 is +2 itself. Y is equal to 2. Now think logically. X is equal to -2 can also be written as -x is equal to 2. That means 2 is nothing but -x. 2 is nothing but -x. That means if x value is negative, y is nothing but -x. And I already taught you y is equal to -x graph will be like this. That means combine this graph and with the second graph to get the modulus graph. So my final graph of modulus will look like this. This is x positive, y positive. This is x negative, y positive. This is nothing but y is equal to mod x. I am damn sure that after this explanation you are very clear how y is equal to mod x graph looks like. I hope this is very clear, sir. This is what I explained you without any examples of 2, 3 x values, x value being 2 or minus 2 or whatever it is. Just like that only I explained you, and I believe that this also should be very, very clear for you what I explained just like that. Then I told you with taking some numerical values for your better understanding. So this graph will give you a graph where it is y is equal to plus x. This graph will give you a graph where it is y is equal to minus x. Combined, that is a graph. That combination is nothing but mod x value or a mod x graph. I believe it is very clear before I move on to problem solving on modulus functions. Kindly make sure that it is clear for you, sir, before we move on to problems. Now see here, let us take one question which came in 2013. Original 2013 SSC question. Listen to this carefully. Your question is y is equal to x plus mod x. Y is equal to x plus mod x. Which of the following graph? Which of the following graph? Original question only I am writing, sir. You can cross check all these things. Which of the following graphs satisfy the equation? Right? Which of the following graphs satisfy the equation? Now listen carefully, sir. Okay, let me write the options. First option is the graph is like this. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. Second option is the graph is like this. Third option is the graph is towards the positive x first quadrant, and the fourth option is it is toward the fourth quadrant. Now see here, first of all the equation given is, let me write the solution here, y is equal to x plus mod x. Can I say that this is y is equal to mod x value? Mod x is nothing but x when x is greater than 0. When x value is greater than 0, mod x value will be equal to x. So y value will be x plus x. It is nothing but 2x. Similarly, when x value is less than or equal to 0, mod x value will be minus x. So we already know the definition of mod x. Mod x value will be minus x when x is less than or equal to 0. That means x minus x will be 0. That means what they are asking you is y value is equal to 2x. When x is greater than 0, it is 0. When x is less than or equal to 0. Represent this in graph and tick mark which is the correct option is what they are asking. Now see here, sir. Can I say that if x is greater than 0 or greater than or equal to 0, whatever it is, y is 2x. If I compare with y is equal to mx plus c, c value is 0, m value is 2. M value is 2 means tan theta value is 2. Now think logically, we know that tan 60 value is root 3. Root 3 is approximately 1.7. Now if the value of tangent of angle is 1.7, then the angle is 60. But the tan theta value is greater than 1.7. That means the angle is slightly greater than 60. Right? I believe that you are clear. Angle should be slightly greater than 60. And C value is 0 means it is a straight line passing through origin. If I represent in coordinate axis, it is a straight line passing through origin and it is an angle which is slightly greater than 60 degrees. This is the equation or a representation of a line. Y is equal to 2x, right? Y is equal to 2x. Now y is equal to 2x if x is greater than 0, right? If x is greater than 0. For positive x-axis, this should be the graph. For negative x-axis, what should be the value of y? It should be 0. That means y value is 0. Now this is the graph which should be my correct answer. Check out in your answer options the answer or the value or the graph which is satisfying is this is graph which is satisfying. Answer is option C. These are all very easy questions, sir. I am just explaining you in detail so that you should not fumble in your examination. That is my intention. That does not mean that you should take your own time. You should take your own time in solving it. Really do not worry about time factor. You will solve it so fast after listening to ANC way of problem solving. I believe that this question is very, very clear for you people. Now see another question. This is a very, very beautiful question, sir. Extremely important and beautiful question. Listen to this question very, very carefully, sir. Please listen to this question carefully. Now, there is a graph which is given in your question. Let me write that graph. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. This is positive x-axis. This is positive y-axis. There is a straight line which is passing through origin. This point is 3, 3. This point is -1, -1. Now, there is also something which is given in the graph. It is nothing but the downward arrow like this. That means this line will keep moving downward. That is the meaning of this. The line will keep moving downward. So that is the meaning of downward arrow. And in this direction only it will move. That means in clockwise direction only it will move. Now your question is, this graph is represented by which of the following equation? First equation is y is less than or equal to x. Second equation is y is greater than or equal to x. Third equation is y is equal to x. Which of these equation will satisfy the graph? Now see here, sir. Let us find the solution, or let us find which equation will satisfy. Now think little logically. If you see here, the coordinates are 3 and 3. X coordinate and y coordinate both are same. Here the coordinates are -1 and -1. Again x coordinate and y coordinate both are same. That means x and y both are same. Y is equal to x will definitely be the equation which will satisfy. But y is equal to x is my third option. Y is equal to x is also there in my first option. It is also there in my second option. So I cannot mark which is the correct answer. Now continuing further, y is equal to x means y by x is equal to 1. Y by x is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is equal to 1 means theta is equal to 45 degrees. That means angle made with respect to positive x-axis is 45 degrees. But the question says, think little logically, sir. The question says the downward arrow means the line will keep moving like this. That means this is one edge of a string. I am assuming that there is string. This is one edge of a string. This is the another edge of a string. Now this I will keep rotating like this in this downward direction. Now earlier the angle was 45 degrees. Think logically. If I keep rotating, or if I keep moving it downward like this, the angle will keep reducing. That means the angle will keep reducing slowly means tan 45 will keep reducing. Tan angle was 45 degrees earlier. Now the angle will keep reducing. Angle will be less than 45 degrees. That means tan 45 degrees it was 1 earlier. Now the value will not be 45 degrees. Angle will definitely be lesser right now. The value will be less than 1 right now. The value will definitely be less than 1. I hope you are able to understand. That means earlier it was y by x is equal to 1 earlier. Now it will be less than or equal to 1. Or in simple language, y is less than or equal to x. So the equation which is satisfying this graph is option A, y less than or equal to x. Now think little logically, sir. If I give you another graph where instead of putting a downward arrow, I will put an upward arrow. That means the graph will keep increasing. That means earlier it was 45 degrees initially. Now the graph will keep increasing means it will keep moving like this. That means the angle will be greater than 45 degrees. That means the tangent of that angle will be greater than 1. and that means y by x value will be greater than 1, y will be greater than x. That means if it is downward arrow, y is less than or equal to x. If it is upward arrow, y will be greater than or equal to x. In one problem itself, I explained you two conditions. I believe that you are able to grasp all the conditions whatever I have explained you people. I hope the idea is very, very clear for you people, sir. Next thing, let us move on to the next concept. Now see here, let me write the coordinate axis for you. This is the coordinate axis. Let me write it little properly, sir. The y-axis was not that great. Okay, diagram is not drawn to the scale. Now this is the coordinate axis. Now what I will do is, I will draw one line in this coordinate axis. Suppose this is the line. I will call this line as y is equal to m1x plus c1, because this has some slope called as m1, which is nothing but tan alpha. That means this line is making an angle of alpha with respect to positive x-axis. Now similarly, I will draw another line right now. This line is intersecting with the line what I have drawn earlier in red color, and this second line is making an angle of beta with respect to positive x-axis, and I will call that second line as y is equal to m2x plus c2, and it is also having some slope. I will call it as m2, which is tan beta. Now can I say that first line, which is in red color, it is making an angle of alpha with respect to positive x-axis. Second line, which is second line is making an angle of beta with respect to positive x-axis. I don't want the angle to be made with respect to positive x-axis. There are two lines which I wrote, right, sir? What is the angle between those two lines? That angle I will call it as theta. That means the topic what we are discussing right now is angle between two lines. I hope the idea is very, very clear for you. Angle between two lines is theta. That theta is nothing but from the entire angle beta. If I remove this angle alpha, I am left with the angle theta. Theta is nothing but beta minus alpha. If I apply tangent on both sides, tan theta is tan of beta minus alpha, tan of a minus b. We know the notation. It is tan beta minus tan alpha divided by 1 plus tan beta into tan alpha. So in simple language, tan theta is nothing but, it can be inside modulus, so that the angle will not become negative. I will represent it inside modulus. This is tan beta is nothing but m2. Tan alpha is nothing but m1. So it is m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m2 into m1, or m1 into m2. Very, very important notation. Angle between two lines is given by the notation tan theta is equal to mod of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. Now I already told you, sir, suppose there is a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. How to find the slope of this line? Slope is nothing but minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. This I had discussed way long before, right? Coefficient of y. That means for this equation it is minus a by b. Now using this concept of angle between two lines, let us solve some problems. Listen carefully, sir. Let us solve some problems. Very, very easy questions by nature which had come in examination. Suppose if I draft the first question as find the angle between two lines. The first line equation is x plus 2y minus 111 is equal to 0. and second equation is x minus 3y minus 19 is equal to 0. I want to find the angle between two lines. Now m1, what is the slope of first line? Slope of first line is minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y, minus 1 by 2. Slope of second line m2 is minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y is minus 3. So it is minus 1 by minus 3, which is 1 by 3. Angle between two lines is tan theta is nothing but mod of m2 minus m1, 1 by 3 minus of minus 1 by 2, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus m1 m2, 1 plus m1 m2. So it is minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, 1 minus 1 by 6. If I simplify, I will get the value entire thing as 1. Tan theta is equal to 1. Theta is what they are asking as the angle between two lines, which will be 45 degrees. Questions will be very easy by nature, sir. Do not worry about the level of questions. You have seen so many questions from the last few hours of this particular topic on coordinate geometry. Questions will be damn easy by nature. Now please see the second question. This is a very beautiful question. Your question is, find the angle between two lines. Find the angle between two lines. The first line equation is given as x sin alpha plus y cos alpha is equal to P1, and the second line equation is given as x sin beta plus y cos beta is equal to P2, and it is also given in the question that alpha is greater than beta. It is mentioned in the question that alpha is greater than beta. Now if I want to find the solution for this, what is the slope of this first line? Slope is nothing but minus of coefficient of x is sin alpha, coefficient of y is cos alpha. So it is minus sin alpha divided by cos alpha, which is nothing but minus tan alpha. Similarly, second line slope of second line is m2 is given by minus of sin beta divided by cos beta, which is nothing but minus tan beta. Now if I want to find the angle between two lines, which is given by tan theta is equal to mod of m2 minus m1. m2 is minus tan beta plus minus m1. So minus of minus tan alpha, it is plus tan alpha divided by 1 plus m1 m2. It is 1 plus minus tan alpha into minus tan beta. It is 1 plus tan alpha tan beta. So this will be given as tan theta is equal to whatever I have represented inside the modulus is nothing but represented as tan of alpha minus beta. I require not tan theta, but I require only theta, which is nothing but the angle between two lines. Theta is nothing but alpha minus beta. Answer for this question is alpha minus beta. Now think little logically, sir. The same question, suppose, let me write here as a note. Answer anyway for this given question is alpha minus beta. I am taking a small different question. Instead of giving in the question as alpha greater than beta, if beta is given as greater than alpha, then I will be getting as tan theta is nothing but modulus of, here also I should actually take modulus of tan of alpha minus beta, but beta is greater than alpha in this condition. So if beta is greater than alpha, so it is minus tan of beta minus alpha, that negative sign will go off. So this finally eventually becomes, because negative sign, why it will go off? Because it is inside the modulus. It is tan of beta minus alpha. So tan theta is equal to tan of beta minus alpha. Alpha will be beta minus alpha. If beta is greater than alpha, theta will be beta minus alpha. If beta is greater than alpha, theta will be alpha minus beta if alpha is greater than beta. But in this question, the given question actually the alpha is greater than beta. So answer for this question is alpha minus beta. I hope the idea is very clear. Questions, as I kept on repeatedly saying this statement, questions will be very easy, sir. Suppose for example, your question for this is, it's a very easy question. May not be it's a question. It's a question on angle between two lines. I am just writing a different question because I have seen students struggling a lot to solve these easy questions also. Find the equation of the line. See here, it is given that this point is 2, 6. This point is -1, -3. Now we have solved this kind of questions. I told you equation of the line in what is that, point form. Whenever there are 2 points, whenever a line is joined by 2 points, how to find? By using point form. I already taught you. Please apply the point form and get the answer for this question. That is one of the way. But if you are little smart, the 1 second answer for this question is 2 is becoming 6. That means x coordinate is 3 times of y coordinate. Here also x coordinate is 3 times of y coordinate. So that means x coordinate is 3 times of y coordinate. Answer for this is y is equal to 3x. Y is equal to 3x. Why are you solving? Why are you using point form of a line? Yes, you can solve this question by using point form of a line. But that does not mean that you should every time substitute and keep solving it. Have little common sense. You are all applying for a competitive examination, sir. It's a rat race. It's a rat race. Be the fastest rats on that particular day. Otherwise, you might lose that race. I hope I am making sense for you people. Suppose, for example, see this question, sir. Suppose your question is, there is a graph. This is my origin. It is 0, 0. And the graph is like this. This point is given as 2, -4. This is given as 2, -4. It is shaded like this. Your question is, find the area of the shaded region. I have seen students doing so many things. It's a very simple question. Coordinate geometry will make this question a 1 second answer. And it is given in the question also that it's a right angle triangle, sir. That also is given in the question. Now see here. Can I say that this point is origin? That means this point is 2, 4. -4 means from here to here there is a distance of 2 units traveled. From origin to this point there is a distance of 4 units traveled to the negative direction of y-axis. That is the reason it is -4. Area of the shaded region is half into base is 2, height is 4. Where is the difficulty? Sir, you should be smart enough. That is the only thing I can say. If you are smart enough, you will solve all these questions, and this question, very importantly, you will solve within seconds. Otherwise, you will keep solving by using formulas every time. Yes, coordinate geometry, there are a lot of equations that you need to remember. You cannot escape. But there are instances like this where you don't need any equation. You need common sense. I hope I am making sense for you people, and I am making it very simple wherever it is necessary and possible.